All right, welcome to episode 251 with Gary Levox of Rascal Flatts. About a week ago, I was in my house, and I haven't drank Mountain Dew in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I used to drink a 3 liter a day.
I know where you're going.
And so I love Mountain Dew.
Right.
It's my favorite. And so in my house, I'm like, man, did I, in the middle of the night, have some sort of Mountain Dew stash? And I just chuck, and so I grabbed this can, and it's just like, I don't know, a third of the way full. And it was just a spit can. Yeah.
And you know what? When I left, I thought, daggone it, I left my Mountain Dew can on Bobby's thing. I hope he doesn't drink it.
It took a day, and I thought, well, did I have Mountain Dew? And I looked in it, and I was repulsed.
You were on Ambien. That's what it was.
I was just repulsed that I had your Mountain Dew spit can. I don't know how you do it.
I even signed it.
You didn't. And if you did, then some lucky trash man has been. Because, whoa, man. I saw you guys. You're doing some promotion now for the new EP, July 31st, which we're going to play this whole interview thing on the radio show. This is a long-form podcast, the countdown, a lot of things. So I saw you guys doing promotion on one of those morning talk shows, like Good Morning America or something.
Today Show. Yep.
Were you guys together virtually, or do you come in on different boxes?
Joe Don and I were together. Jay was in Hilton Head playing golf.
And are you like, Jay, we're doing promotion. The least you can do is come hang out.
Yeah, that's exactly why what we said, but he wasn't doing it. So
it's the whole virtual thing is weird because it doesn't really feel like it counts, even though it does.
No, I know.
I was doing American Idol the whole last 5 episodes, and I'm doing it from my house. I swear to God, I didn't wear pants on network television.
Yeah, I didn't on the Today Show.
You're not now.
No, I know.
It's just
what's so
one
great. I know. It's so comfortable now.
The new EP, How They Remember You, will be released July 31st. And when I was thinking about EPs, have you guys put out just an EP in a long time?
Never.
Because I would think you guys are just full, straight-ahead album guys.
Yeah.
What was this? What made you think about putting out a smaller project?
Well, because we had this other project going on, and then we had these songs like kind of left over from projects that we really liked, but never had the chance to. And this quarantine thing kind of put it where we were kind of looking at them, and we were like, man, we should finish these out. And so it just came up to, and then Dan Huff got another song that he really liked, How They Remember You, which is the new single. And then, so we just kind of put it all on an EP, and we had 7, and we were like, let's just go with 7. So Borchetta was like, yep, it's great. So Big Machine put it out, and it will be out July 31st.
And that's new, right? You being with Scott Borchetta, Big Machine, is that new-ish?
No, we've been there for 10 years.
You've been there that long?
Yeah. We got lost because of Taylor. Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, I forgot. Wasn't there a 4th member?
Yeah, Guy Fieri, and then he went to cooking. It was weird.
So you got 7 tracks, but 7's almost a record, to be fair.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's like the purgatory of EP to LP.
Yeah.
So,
the whole game's changed. Who knows what to do anymore? Some people are just doing singles. Some people want to do records. I mean, I miss the whole body of work, but to be honest, nobody really wants the whole body of work.
Agree. Even my favorite artists.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather now consume a couple of songs a month.
Yep.
And have them consistently come at me a couple of times.
Yep.
Because what happens with me, just as a music fan first and foremost, is that you give me 13 tracks and I'll go through it once and not give some songs the fair credit, just the acknowledgement they deserve. Because sometimes you got to hear a song 2 or 3 times to really love it.
Yep.
And I won't do that because I'll be like, 13 tracks, it's just too much. It's overwhelming.
Yep, I know. Yep. And then the artwork, nothing really, everything that you used to love about music or can't wait for a new thing to come out, just kind of, it's disappeared.
The first track is How They Remember You. I'm going to play a little bit of that because it's on the radio right now. I'm curious about your voice because you're one of the best singers in town, and your voice is still so pure. Have you felt your voice get lower, higher through the last 15, 20 years? Does it move at all?
It really has. I think it's gotten stronger for some weird reason. I don't know. I can hit things now easier than I could before. I don't know.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just kind of like a muscle. It's just like any kind of athlete. And I think the more you use it correctly and it stretches and all that kind of good stuff, it just kind of, I don't know, I've just been blessed with being able to not lose much.
How old were you when it started to be, wow, Gary's actually better than the other kids, or I don't know, 17-year-olds?
You know, I don't even really know because I mean, like I did some, but I was so into sports that I really wasn't even thinking about music really, you know. And then, but like high school, I would do like I would be in the musicals like South Pacific and Guys and Dolls and all that, and these show choir kind of things, and I always ended up getting like the, you know, like the lead, or I'd have a solo part in something, and it was, you know, I was probably better than average, but.
But it wasn't blown away crowd when they walked out. Like they weren't like, holy crap, well, you I guess you weren't Levox,
Right.
but the Gary freaking was killing everybody. That wasn't a thing early.
Yeah, maybe, but I think the soccer was my big thing, so I think that kind of overshadowed the music thing.
Wow, it was soccer, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think you could go and play? I guess it really wasn't MLS then. Did you try to play in college or?
No, I didn't. I had a scholarship to Taylor University and didn't take it. My stepdad at the time had started an electric company, so I was doing that, and I'm like, this is going to be mine one day. All this, you know. So I started making money, and you know, started making that $5.75 an hour. I thought I was big balling, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy to hear about how much you love sports. Now, I've heard stories about you and how good of an athlete you still are, and I guess you don't show it a lot, but one of my dear friends is Clarence, who's your manager.
Yep.
And he was, I don't know if it was boxing or something, and he was like, we were on the tour bus.
Oh yeah, boxing probably.
And they were like, and I guess you had put on some gloves and were just kind of you know, dicking around. And he was like, you would not believe how fast his freaking hands are. And he was like, deceivingly, Levox is one of the best athletes, you know, of all, because it's a weird thing to be such a good athlete and such a great singer. I look at guys like you or a Sam Hunt and go, or even a Chuck Wicks. Like the guy is a great athlete and a good-looking guy. You guys have, and I have nothing. You guys have all the elements, and I have nothing. And I just look at you all and go, here I am, fingernails deep in a mountain trying to climb. You guys got your little trolley on and just ride up with all the skills. Like God just gifted you so many.
Oh, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. But I know what you're saying. Like not for me, but like the Sam Hunts and the Chuck Wicks, they're really good at everything.
And they look good.
And yeah, they look great. Now, see, I would put me in that category, but I don't know.
I did. I put you in the category.
I wrote it down for you. Thank you.
Oh no, one of the tracks, Quick, Fast, in a Hurry, Rachel Walmack's on, who I just love her. She's such a great singer.
She's amazing, man.
So when you were putting together the record, there's only one feature on here. Why Rachel?
It was just one of those things. Like, I mean, she did like a couple shows for us, opened up, and like I went out there and we were all kind of watching. And I was like, God, I had no idea. She can blow. She can absolutely kill it. And then so we were just like, man, we should. Quick, Fast, in a Hurry was kind of fresh on our minds, you know, and we had just kind of tracked it, and we were just like, man, we should ask Rachel if she'd be into it. And then Clarence manages her too, so we were like, just keep it all in the family, and she crushed it.
Who do you see in town now where you go, man, they can just sing? Like if you were doing a Mount Rushmore of current, let's say, we got to put some perimeters on this. They've had to have had a hit in the past 5 years. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate any of the 90s guys that maybe you saw on the upper end when you were coming in. Who can really sing? Mount Rushmore, 4 people.
Boy, that's tough. Carrie Underwood can really sing. Rachel.
Let me stop being Carrie. True or false? She goes into a studio and doesn't allow them to touch her voice. Do you know that?
Really?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I've heard that. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that. Garth, I've heard that.
Do you allow them to touch your voice?
Yeah. Heck yeah. I want it to be great.
Really?
Yeah. But that's, you know, but just kind of like tone stuff, like how much verb and all that. And I mean, but I'll take pitch corrector all day.
But you don't need pitch corrector.
Well, you know, sometimes.
Do you have perfect pitch?
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
All right, you got Carrie. Go ahead, you got 3 more.
Carrie, Ronnie Dunn.
Good one.
I mean, for a country singer,
Hey,
I'd put Luke Combs in there.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. And See, there's some that just haven't had a hit in the last 5 years. But I would put, I know I'm going to miss some, but
Oh, you're gonna miss a lot, so I think it's okay because there's so many.
I know. I'm going to put Bobby Bones.
There's a lot of pitch corrector when I go on the studio. It's just pitch corrector. I don't even call. I just call in. I'm like, hey, just take this. I don't even have to go. I just slam, just slam it on there. Are you guys not gonna say goodbye on the tour?
You know, not for now. I mean, I don't know what's happening. It's just, every state's different now. That states that were in phase 3 are going back to phase 2, and it's just crazy. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I know Jay's doing his own thing. Joe Don's writing a bunch, and and I'll just tell you that and everybody so I'm doing a solo record. And I'm working on a solo record right now.
Is that breaking news?
That's breaking news.
I knew it already, but I keep I keep such good secrets.
You're so loyal.
Yeah, I'm so loyal. So wait, what is? Then I'm going to ask you about that. So you're doing a solo record. What does it feel like? What's the?
So I'm doing first. I'm going to do a solo. I'm doing a solo Christian record. It's been a dream record of mine forever, and I'm halfway done with that now. And I'm so excited about it. It's just going to be great. And I think I'm going to do a solo country record right after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of expectation do you put on yourself in the solo country world, where you're as successful as you could have possibly been?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't be bigger than the Flats.
Yeah.
So now it's you.
Yep.
How do you what is the goal with you? Same?
Yeah, I mean the same. I'll just see where God takes it. But sometimes it's difficult for the three of us to agree on songs to cut and things that I really believe in. Most of the time it would work out, but there's just I think I feel the responsibility and the calling to continue to keep singing, if Flats does or not. So, but there's songs that I really believe in, that I love, and they're, I don't know if they'll be different from Flats because I was the lead singer of Flats. So, they'll all kind of sound like that, and maybe not all the harmony stuff on there, but there's songs that I really, truly believe in, that I love, that I think are giants, and I think that the world needs to hear them. I think they're really, really good, and I've already got some recorded for that. So I'm just excited. I'm excited about doing my own thing, and excited to see what happens. If the Flats get together at some point when everything clears off. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to continue to work, and I feel like that's been my calling and what I need to continue to do.
And you know those guys as well as anyone. If, let's say, a vaccine happens with Corona in March of next year, you guys decide to go out and play 10 shows. This is just a hypothetical. Will they be cool with you singing your solo songs up there? If it's out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they would, yeah. We get along great. We just don't know what's happening, and, everybody kind of, a couple of the guys wanted to do their own thing early on, and it just, this Corona thing, it's just weird. It kind of gave us a year off before we were going to take a year off,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just the way it worked out.
Before I moved, I guess it's about 3 moves ago, but I was living in a condo, and you looked out the window right onto Printer's Alley.
Yeah.
So when you first moved to town, did you guys play any of those Printer's Alley spots?
Yep, right there, Fiddle and Steel. We played there, but we played all of them. But our main gig was like Mondays and Tuesdays, Fiddle and Steel. And then we would play Barbara's, and we'd play Lonnie's Western Room. We'd play all those down there.
What does that mean, you would play them? Like, talk about them. What's a Monday night?
So Monday night, well, when I first moved to town, it was Jay set up by the cigarette machine with a little keyboard. And we had some tracks like, well, they call me the fireman, that's my name. And we'd sit there, and sometimes the security guard was the only person that would be in there. But we would play there from 9 to 3 on Mondays and Tuesdays. Then we started building a following. Then Joe Don came in, and then, but we'd play from 9 to 3, take breaks, and then we'd take a break, and then we'd go to Barbara's across the street and play over there and sit in at karaoke. We just stayed in the alley. We were going to be somewhere every night playing music.
What does that mean to develop a following when you're playing small bars without social media? Like, what does that mean? Just the same people coming to see you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just same people would come in. They knew when we were playing. And what was great back then, too, was like Mark Chestnut, Toby Keith, and all that. So when everybody was off the road, everybody would go to Printer's Alley and hang. So you might be playing with Mark Chestnut's guitar player, Toby Keith's drummer, Martina McBride's, acoustic player. It was just it's what country music was, Then they knocked it all down and built,
The condo I used to live
the condo that you used to live in.
But what was the final straw that made you come to Nashville?
You know what? I was sitting in my mom's kitchen, and
How old?
I was 27, and I was sitting in my mom's kitchen, and I was singing along with the radio, and I was like, it just hit me. And at that moment, I just kind of looked up and I said, God, I feel like you've given me some type of gift to sing, and I'm so sorry that I haven't used it. It was just the weirdest thing. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I took out, because I worked for the board of developmentally disabled for 10 years. It's right out of high school. So I had to leave that job, state job, sold everything, and moved to town. But that's what it was in my kitchen. I sold everything, threw everything in my truck, moved to Nashville.
Were you dominating karaoke competitions back home?
Yeah, I was crushing them. Yeah, because that was extra $100, If you won, I was like, if I'd hit 3 on Friday, it'd be extra $300, Then Saturday, and then there was one place on Sunday, but then they caught on. So if you won too much, then you couldn't win anymore, So then you had to start venturing out, going on the east side.
Fake mustache.
Yeah.
Out of town karaoke clubs.
Right.
So you and Jay obviously are related. With Joe Don, did Jay find Joe Don? What was that?
So Jay was the band leader for Shelley Wright, and then he hired Joe Don to play guitar for Shelley. And so Jay had been telling me about Joe Don, how high tenor, how great he sings and plays. So he came down at the Fiddle and Steel Guitar Bar one night, and our guitar player didn't show up. So he invited Joe Don in, and we did Church on the Cumberland Road was the first song we ever did, and the rest was history. We were like, wow, I don't know what that was, but it was incredible. So we asked him, and that was that.
How quickly until you had a name, though?
It took a while because I think Jay and I were going by Deuces Wild, and then there was 3 of us in there. So Deuces Wild didn't make any sense, and then it was hard to come up with a name, and but we sat there and we were thinking. So we were Oklahoma because Joe Don's from Oklahoma. It's just terrible, and then so it was awful. And so this piano player named Jelly Roll was in town or was playing with us, and he was like, "Man, back in the '60s, I used to have a band called Rascal Flatts." And we were like, well, "What's it mean, Jelly?" He was like, "Hell, I don't know, no idea." And we were like, "All right." So we literally wrote on a napkin, and we paid him $500 for the name. So if it did work, we didn't get sued later. So that's the story.
And how quickly that you guys were like, okay, we're going to do this, until you actually started to make any sort of money from an entity bigger than just a bar? Meaning a record label, did that happen pretty quick when people heard you?
Yeah, there was, so I moved to town February '98, and we got signed in '99. And then, but we were humping. I mean, we were killing it every night. We were playing somewhere every night. And then, but we were working for tips only. And then we got paid $40 a night. And then, so the first real money was when we signed our deal with Lyric Street Records. Yep.
Did you guys ever baby act for anybody as that third act where they really were like, hey, we'll look out for you?
Yeah, you know what? All of them did, really. And that was like, our first tour ever was Jody Messina. And Jody kind of did that for us. And then it was Toby Keith. Toby really took us under his wing. And then Brooks and Dunn. I mean, really, you go out there and you try to steal everything that they've got. Their fans, you learn so much. And then Brooks and Dunn. And then, I mean, they all kind of took us under their wing and really showed us the ropes and, how to put a tour together and how to treat fans. And, because we were on that, the Brooks and Dunn thing where they had jugglers and stuff all day long, So, yeah, we learned from all of them. All of them kind of took us under their wing and really showed us the ropes. And I forget who it was that told us, they were like, "See all those fans out there? You need to go steal every single one of them." We were like,
Oh,
all
that's
right,
cool.
well, we'll try.
That's cool.
And that's what we told everybody that's open for us since then.
The how they remember you, the EP when it comes out. Why do you name song? And different people give me different ones, but why do you name the whole project after a song?
You know, I don't know. I guess just because it's easy. It's the first thing. And it's hard to encompass, like, because all of it has a different feel and the whole body of work feels different, you know? Let's, you know, put something like the craftsmanship record.
That would have been the other
Time
name.
spent record.
You guys, you have 7 songs on this thing. Is it a rule that three of you have to agree on the song, or 2 or 3? What's the dynamic there?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. And then, but I'll get in there sometimes and just go, man, I hate this song. I'm not doing it.
You ever done that to a song and ended up being a massive hit, where it's like, I don't know if this is the one?
I'm sure Jay's probably been the worst at that. Jay has, because he's like songs. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. You know, like Sarah Beth. You know, about skin. I don't want to sing about cancer. I don't want to do. You know, it's a tough subject. I don't want to sing about it. So it's a hit, and it's happened a couple other times. We were like, hey Jay, whatever other songs that you hate, man, that'd be great.
Let us know
They'll probably
what
be
you hate the
number one.
most.
Yeah, right.
So you and Jaimie Foxx have been friends for a while, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep, long time.
You guys used to sit around Jamie's house singing?
We did all the time. Yep.
Here is She Goes All the Way, which came out in 2007.
No questions, no talking at all. Only the sound of our hearts as they
Isn't he
fall.
like the best? I'm not talking about as a person. I don't know him as a person. But when you look at overall talent and what he's able to do, act, Oscar, sing, hit record, comedy, freaking In Living Color. I see him do impressions. Like, I don't know that I can name a more talented person, period,
Nope.
overall than Jaimie Foxx.
You ought to see him shoot baskets. You ought to see him play basketball.
How'd
Yeah.
you guys become friends?
I got a deal offered to me by Capitol Records early on, like a pop deal. And so I went to LA. My old manager at that time used to work for Jaimie. And so ended up going there, staying there. And after I turned that deal down, I ended up just staying and living with Jaimie for a few months, just staying with him. And man, we were just, and he had
You
just,
guys lived together.
just started just started the Jaimie Foxx show on the WB, and so he was just getting going. I mean, his comedy stuff was happening, but he's truly one of the he might be the most talented person I've ever seen. He's great at absolutely everything. I mean, not just great, but I mean, sets the bar for, I mean, comedy, talent. I mean, the way he plays piano, and I mean, he's just, and he loves music. He loves country music. He loves all genres of music. And he can act. I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair at all.
It sounds like he's a good dude, too,
He's a great dude.
which sucks. You kind of want to hate
I
someone.
know
man.
it, yeah. He's from Texas.
That's why I never liked you.
Yeah.
Because it's just you have it all.
You have it all, yeah. And I'm coveting. Yeah, I'm envious and I'm coveting again.
Life is a Highway was never a single, right?
Right.
It
Yep.
just became a smash, kind of because people liked it, which is rare.
Yep. The Cars movie.
Yeah.
You know? And then radio picked it up because it was just doing so good. And just kind of, they played it, but it was never a single.
And really, one of the songs that I would assume you guys are associated most with, depending on what the age group.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny because I was just just doing singing with a buddy of mine, Jonathan McReynolds, in the Christian world, the gospel world, who's amazing. He's the same way. So talented, so gifted, not fair. Coveting thy neighbor, that's what I'm doing with him too, because it's just ridiculous. But anyway, his assistant, who knows nothing about country music, never even heard of Rascal Flatts, but knew Life's a Highway.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Life's a Highway, the original version, don't tell me. Is it like Eddie Cochran? No. Who sings Life's a Highway, the real version?
Tom Cochran.
Tom Cochran.
Yep.
I get Eddie Money and Tom Cochran mixed up because to me they're the same person.
Yeah.
What's the most profitable song you guys have put out?
For me, the ones I wrote, Fast Cars to Freedom and I Melt and Bob That Head and Summer Nights and all that. But, you know, I mean, all in all, it's got to be Broken Road, or What Hurts the Most.
If someone says, hey, Gary, I want you to come. My cousin's having a little wedding here, and you're real important to him, and he says, you sing 2 songs, any 2 songs at the wedding. What do you pick?
Broken Road, My Wish. mean, those are always the ones that they ask.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody asked me to sing at a wedding.
I tried on Moving On once, but that didn't work.
Yeah, probably not a good
It
move.
wasn't, yeah.
Do you still get excited because this new project's coming out? You get excited it's going to come out, or is it just another day? Like it's just part of the.
Bro, I'm so fired up. I'm so excited. More excited than I've been in a long time. I'm so excited to have. I love everything that we did with Flatts and being a part of that and all of that. And who knows what will happen in the future. But I'm so excited about just having my own songs that I picked, that I hand-picked and helped co-produce and using, different. It's just fresh. It's new and it's exciting. And, it's just, and singing about the Lord is going to be awesome. I mean, it's been a dream record since I was a kid. So, and then the country stuff. The country record that'll come after that is, I've already got some cut for that they're great. They're great songs. We live in a town with the greatest songwriters in the world, so we're right here, So I'm just waiting for you to agree to the duet with me.
See, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
Oh, great. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's not coming.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to sour it. All right, so How They Remember You, the EP, it's 7 tracks coming out July 31st. And we still have no timetable on your next 2 projects, but they are coming this year.
Coming. I don't know. One may come this year or the first quarter next year.
Were you a church singer as a kid?
Yep.
Were you all in it?
Yeah, I was all in it.
So was I, but I sucked.
Yeah.
Like I have like one small range I can do comedy in, and I don't really get out of it.
Yeah.
But I would sing at church, and they were so nice to me. And I would think I went to Mountain Pine Baptist.
Yeah.
I'd rock Sunday nights. I'd rock it.
Sunday nights were great.
And then I would go somewhere else. And we had a white church and a black church. And I'd go over to black church too sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I would sing over there because our town still was segregated. It still is. There's a railroad track in the middle and white quarters, black quarters. Wild. Still going to my town today.
Yep.
And but I would go to both churches. And I would go over, and they really made me feel special.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I can go get a deal right now. I was like 13. I was like, I would go back, and my mom would be like, they were clapping so hard for me. Like, I might actually be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just lovely people. Had nothing to do with me.
Yeah, they're like, bless his heart.
They were
Bring him in here. Lord Jesus, bless him. Lord.
Yeah, it was not. But you were a big church seat. Is that where you kind of got your confidence at the beginning?
Yeah. Just being around that, just being in that atmosphere. And I mean, and you could, you just get to visually see the power of music when you're in church, Because, I went to Joyce Avenue Church of God, which is a Pentecostal church. So, I mean, everybody was, stomping and clapping. We weren't sitting there. So it was, and Sunday nights were the best. They were just the best. The music was rocking. It was great.
Everybody was awake.
Yeah.
On Sunday night.
Yep.
Yeah, and Wednesday night was, because I would go Sunday night, Wednesday night. And Wednesday was like a half version of Sunday night.
Yep.
It was still nighttime, but not everybody was there.
Yep.
But it still felt, it's a little looser too on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So you could go in on Wednesday night and actually do some of the DC talks like for fun. You can do that on Sunday night. It was straightforward. Rock of Ages, like don't veer off.
That's right.
But on Wednesday night, if you wanted to do some Michael W. Smith, they were cool with that.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Because it's a little looser.
A little looser, and everybody had to go to work on Thursday, so there was like, let's just go have fun. Let's go have fun.
Well, listen, I'm pumped you came by. I think the last 4 times I've seen you've been in a camouflage piece of clothing.
I know. And I'm kind of in a fishing camo today.
So the fish, yeah, that's weird. It is a camo, but it's like water. So is that if you fall in, the fish don't know?
Well, I think it's when you're standing over the boat and they don't see the lure, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. We're just making stuff up.
Are you still hunting a lot?
Yeah, right now it's planting and all that kind of stuff, getting ready to. Now it's checking cameras and seeing what we got, but yeah.
Don't you feel bad? Like the animals don't have cameras to see when you're in the woods?
No, but they've got cameras in their nose and their eyes and their ears. It's tough, and that's the thrill of it, is trying to outsmart a wild animal.
The turkeys were always the hardest for me.
Yeah, their eyesight's ridiculous
because they know when you're there and when you're coming.
If they could smell, we'd never kill one. You'd never shoot one.
They also look up in the rain.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know you got things to do. What do you do? What's a fancy guy do on a Monday night? What is tonight? Sunday night? What's a fancy guy do on a Sunday night?
You know what? I just come and hang out at Bobby Bones' pool, and we just I cook out and stuff, and then just tell him when I leave. And it's kind of that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
thank you for having me, buddy.
No, I'm glad we could do this. We don't do this on radio often. I just love hanging out with you.
I know. I love it too.
So, all right. Well, there he is. Gary Levox. Got 3 projects coming, but the big one first is the Flatts EP. 7 songs. Is that the only song out, How to Remember You?
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the 6. I was like, I don't know these other 6 songs. And I'm your biggest fan, and I memorized every song you've ever put out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you have. I'll send them to you so you can learn them.
You ever have fans do anything crazy at a show or in your personal life?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that happens all the time. Probably the greatest one was a lady that scheduled her C-section around our tour date.
Oh, I was thinking like trying to stab you or something. You're thinking of awesome things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of psychos that do crazy stuff. I don't get it. How you're such a fan of somebody and you love them so much that you want to take them out. Is that weird?
Then the door goes clunk, clunk, and locks. I've got you in here with me, and none of this even works. This is all right. Good to talk to you.
You too, my brother.
And I'll see you soon.
Okay, buddy.
Hey guys, it's Bobby Bones. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and then go check it out. A lot of artists, a lot of songwriters, a lot of music. Welcome to the Bobby Cash channel.